Welcome to Truckers and Others. Kevin Ray, here we are. We're we're uh we're doing some business here. We are leaving the yard. Yesterday blew donkey balls. It was horrible. I mean, I wish it wasn't as horrible because I ride around with no AC in every vehicle that I have. Not well, my wife's car's got good AC, but my car, my 2014 Chevy Cruze, ain't got no AC. My 92 Chevy truck that I sold a while back to my brother had no AC, but that one was kind of cool. It had wing windows on the back. You could pop open on the extended cab. It's kind of nice. But if you charged up the AC on the 92, it would work for a couple of days. That was nice. Real nice. But it got expensive, charging that motherfucker up, and you're like, I'm just gonna roll with the windows down. It's gonna be okay. But yesterday, driving to Oklahoma, the AC in this truck, the roll off truck that I'm running, the AC just stopped fucking working. Was not cool at all. Like the blower motor would not turn on. The AC, you could feel the vents were cold, but that was about it. And the only way you could get any air was in so you had to have AC on the lowest setting and the fan turned up all the way, but have the recirculate turned off. And these things, they blow faster in the recirculate, which is kind of nice. But you had to turn off recirculate and you had to floor it. So I'm just on a road doing 65 the entire way, getting behind slow cars, fast cars, and everything, and everybody wants to go the same speed. But for me, I had to like let off and then floor it, let off and then floor it the whole fucking way. It was it was a bunch of bullshit, okay? Because then every time I'd floor it, a little bit of air would hit my arm hairs. It was awesome. I really appreciated the little bit that I was getting. But whenever you were sitting still or going downhill, you might as well roll the windows down and let in the 113-degree fucking Oklahoma air. And while you're driving with the sun beating into your cab the entire way there and the entire way back, because by the time the whole way there, the sun is rising and it's shining in from the east, and then the whole drive back, it's shining in from the west, and you're turned around headed north. So the sun was just brutal. The oh, he almost hit the pole. There's a I don't even know what kind of truck it is. It's just a fucking truck with a fucking shit trailer that used to be a Walmart trailer. He about B&H. They about hit the fucking power pole. That was kind of cool. You'd be cooler if you hit it. Um, yeah. So the AC sucked. I got to the place on time. I stopped for lunch. I grabbed 2 double cheeseburgers from a Pete's truck stop. 2 double cheeseburgers, a bag of charrones or pork rinds in English, and a cheese stick or something. I don't know. I got something else, and then a Propel water. Propel water is now like my drink of choice. I love drinking Propel. It's so fucking good. Bumpy. And yeah, they're delicious, and they, according to the ingredients listed there, they are actually pretty healthy for you. They got some sodium. They ain't got that fucking B12 bullshit in there. Um, the cyanoblabbin, I don't like it. Um, but anyways, I got down there at like 12:30, Perfect time for everybody to go to lunch, eat lunch, and get back to fucking work and help me out. And I got there, I had to wait on one guy at the scale, not a big deal. Got on the scale, got weighed in perfectly. Are you the car that was there next to me? I swear there's two white cars when I was rolling up. I don't know. I don't know where he's at. And got on the scale, got weighed in, went up there. There was no line to dump. There was only one guy on the far scale in a trash truck, little tiny trash truck. And I said, all right, sweet. So they let the little tiny trash truck go, and I said, all right, it's my turn next. It's my turn next. And then another trash truck pulled up on the far scale, and then he got to go. And he parked right in front of me. So even if I did get the green light, there was nowhere for me to go because he was blocking the only area I could be. I was like, you motherfucker. Because they always let their trash trucks go first. I don't know why. It's just a thing they do. They let trash trucks go first. So, got in there, got dumped. Everything went great. Pulled out, went down to the lower scale to scale out and get my paperwork so I can scoot my little ass home. And there's a guy sitting on a cooler, just sitting there next to the scale. And that's because the guys that run the scale went to lunch. So I had to sit there for like half an hour waiting on him. He finally got there, and then I was able to leave. And I left, and then I took a wrong turn. So some of those highways out there, you'll come around a corner, and then all of a sudden you're in an exit lane, and you're like, why am I in an exit lane? I want to keep going straight. But you can't, because then all the cars, it's a construction zone, and then there's a bunch of cars there too, and you can't get over, and you're just like, I guess this is the way I'm going. And it took an extra 20 minutes. I guess I'm over here, explaining that things took longer. I'm not upset that they took longer. They just took longer. So, yep. And then I drove the rest of the way home with no AC. I did stop at one point in time because I wasn't at the dump long enough. I didn't sit still long enough to hit my 30-minute break. So I had to stop again for my 30-minute break, which was fine. I had to take a piss, and I wasn't hungry, but I went ahead and grabbed me another bag of pork rinds and another beef stick and went out there and ate it in my truck while these two little, I don't know, probably like 10-year-old girls in this tiny little town are running around the fuel pumps trying to fuck with people. It's kind of funny. And then I hit my brake and I left. And I got home, or I got back to the shop, and I said, you know what? I'm going to leave this truck parked over here right in front of the shop bay. So when those mechanics come in, they can work on this fucking AC because they got to do something. And we had another roll-off truck there, but usually we're short on roll-off trucks. So most of the time, if you see an empty roll-off truck, that's because they haven't put anything on it yet, and they're going to use it. And I came in this morning, woke up on time, but had to take a shit, so I was a couple minutes late. Nothing bad. Nothing bad at all. Everything is great. This fucking coffee, I got to drink some of it. It's going to spill all on the floor. So I come in, and one of the mechanics is already in my truck. He replaced the whole switch panel, because I guess it was the switch for the blower motor that was bad. The blower motor was fine. The switch is what was bad. I'm like, just wire that fucking thing up straight on. If I don't want the thing to blow on me, I will just close the vents. Just leave it on all the time. But he went ahead and replaced the whole switch panel, and it's working. But if it wasn't going to work, I was going to take that other roll-off truck and leave some poor sap in Kansas City, this one with no AC. Like, fuck, I gotta have something. I gotta have something. And then I had an engine light on, and I still have an engine light on. Not a big deal. He said it's a couple of depth sensors, so. Ooh. In Australia, do you guys have to use that diesel exhaust fluid? I'm curious. Or in any other country, do you guys have to use diesel exhaust fluid? Because in America, apparently, you gotta use diesel exhaust fluid for any of these fucking engines to run right. And they run right for a little bit, and then they get all clogged up with the fucking bullshit. They're trying to filter out the exhaust before it comes out the pipe, and they came up with this brilliant plan to put nitrogen and water, have the exhaust run through and some nitrogen water mixture, and then go out the pipe. But for some reason that creates high exhaust temperatures, and it's not good. It's really not good. If you go to any military base and you look at the trucks they're running, their tanks, their trucks, all that shit, none of them have it. So apparently it's not really that big of a fucking deal if we're not gonna, in like highway patrol that have diesel trucks. Nope. Nobody needs the diesel exhaust fluid except for the regular little fuckheads out here driving around making America move. I'm not really making America move. I'm just dumping a little bit of trash from Kansas City to Tulsa. I'm doing the most dumbest job I can think of. Like, we got trash up here in Kansas City. Let's drive it all the way to Tulsa so somebody gets a tax break. They're paying me, so I'm happy with it. But it's like, what are we doing? We have landfills here in Kansas City that we could dump this shit at. But okay, I don't know. I'm just a fucking peon, so I don't get to choose. My opinion doesn't matter, even though this makes no sense at all. And it's plastic. It's like it's a 30-yard dumpster, quarter of the way filled with plastic. So they have a big ass dumpster. They barely fill it, and then they have me drive it all the way down to Tulsa to dump it at this place where they burn the plastic. And it runs their nuclear, or not their nuclear, their trash powered power plant. Kind of interesting. You mean to tell me you ain't got trash closer? Like, you should probably have some closer trash. Got me burning a 120 gallons of fuel 3 days in a row, so that's 360 gallons of diesel fuel, a couple of gallons of diesel exhaust fluid, paying me a decent rate as a Class A Has driver, when it's not Has, but since I'm a Has driver, that's the pay I get. Doesn't matter if I'm hauling ice for our company, which I've done that before. I get paid. I get paid the same. In hourly. So taking a break or going a little bit too slow ain't a big deal. You just get paid a little bit more to do slower work. I don't know. But I prefer it this way because sometimes you'll have a flat tire on the side of the road. You get paid that time, which is kind of nice. Not really too many more updates because I got home last night. Got in my car that had no AC. I drove all the way home. I was finally in a like decent AC for the whole day. I was completely sweaty and got cleaned up, and then I just fucking sat around the house with the kids. But it was kind of late, so my son wanted to play on my phone. No, he wanted to play uh, video games with me. Sorry, bud, not tonight. And he went to bed a little sad, but I read books for him. We're trying to get them onto an earlier bedtime schedule because they're going to go to school soon. So we're trying to start this schedule where I wake them up in the morning at like 6:30, but they go to bed at, oh well, I don't wake both of them up. I don't wake up my daughter because she ain't a morning person. She'll freak the fuck. She'll be like, "You're leaving." If I'm already gone, it's okay. But if I leave while she's there, I can't even leave the driveway. There's not an amount of waving that I can do to satisfy her. Know what I mean? She's in the window just crying, screaming. But with my son, he's pretty cool with it. He's like, "Are you gonna be home tonight?" I'm like, "Yes, I'll be home tonight." He's like, "Okay, love you." And then he sits there and he already had Fortnite booted up on his Nintendo Switch this morning. Probably not a good idea, but that's for the wife to deal with, I guess. And then last night I made what did I make last night? Not the pizza. I did that the night before. Last night I made smash burgers. So I had a little bit of beef. Well, it was a little under a pound of beef I had left over from the crumbles that I created for my pizza last night. So I had a nice little stick of beef, and I just seasoned it up, smushed it up, and then threw it in a pan, a hot fucking pan. And I have this big burger smasher tool, and I smashed them burgers down, buddy. I made 2 burgers out of that, and they were nice. They were perfect. And threw some provolone and some American cheese on them, and they were delicious. Use some of that Slaps barbecue seasoning. I like that Slaps stuff. I think it's got sugar in it, and that's why it tastes so good. It just tastes so delectable, whatever that means. Super duper good. And I ate that, and then I laid down. I was watching Kill Tony for a while. It's a good one. And then I watched some Cletus McFarland video, and then I went to bed. Not a very eventful night. I'm just so pooped lately. Just so tired all the time. I had the wrong blinker on for that turn. My coffee's already almost gone. Not good. There we go. So yeah, my wife cooked some bratwurst in the air fryer last night. And then last night while I'm laying on the couch watching TV, she's like, "Do you want to take the remaining 3 bratwursts to work for lunch today?" I said, "That's a great idea. I don't want to cook anything else tonight. And if I'm going to eat lunch tomorrow, I'm going to need to bring I'm going to need to bring something." And so this morning I got up and I loaded up my little Ziploc. Oh, sorry. My Ziploc bag full of ice. Threw it in my cooler. Grabbed the bratwurst, threw them in the cooler, set it at the top of the stairs, and then guess what happened? I fucking walked right around that motherfucker and left the house. Not on purpose. I wanted to bring it. I wanted to bring my lunch today. I wanted to have a nice cooler, a small cooler of ice, so I could throw some waters on it. And I was like, this fucking blows. As soon as I left the house, I was too far to turn around. And I was like, fuck. And I texted the wife, I'm like, put the brats back in the fridge. I fucked up. She's like, oh, shit. All right, well, just don't spend any more than you spent yesterday. I said, okay. So yesterday I spent 20 total. In total, I spent $20, but I spent $16 on like my actual lunch. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do again today. I really fucked up. Left my damn lunch. I'm hungry. All right, we are back at the container staging area. I gotta drop this empty container and grab a loaded one. And I don't know. I don't really think I have much else to fucking say to you guys. I don't want to bore you for too much longer. So I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I'm going to go ahead and end it. I'm promise something cool will happen later on. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and end it. Adios. Keep all 18 down, and I'll talk to you guys later. Sorry for the short episode. I'll bring you a longer one later on.